Nerdy boy KT checking in, man. Y'all see I got the glasses on, and when I got the glasses on, y'all know what that mean. That mean we finna do the knowledge. That mean we finna educate ourselves. That mean we finna enlighten. That mean we finna learn some. We finna feed our mind something good, man. So let's get into it. So as y'all know, man, I got a job now, and I work at Mercedes, right? I'm working at Mercedes. I'm not working with the company. I'm with the temp service there. Temp service, big on temp, because that means I'm going to be temporary, but the other side of the point, I'm with the temp service, right? So, as I'm working, I'm looking at the cars go by. As I'm looking at the cars go by, when most people see Mercedes or think Mercedes, they think cars, they think business. But when I was looking at the cars, I'm thinking, who created this? Who is the man behind this $1 billion operation? Who is the man behind this $1 billion corporation? Who is the man behind this? What's the word I'm looking for? The word I was looking for was franchise. So I was like, who is the man behind this franchise? Because Mercedes is global. Mercedes started in Germany and now it's in Alabama. And I'm pretty sure they got more warehouses all over the world. It even got their own stadium. So I'm thinking, who started this? Who created this? And that just sparked my curiosity. So I'm up. I got the time, and I did the knowledge. So I'm finna I'm finna let y'all know what I learned. Let's do it. So this man right here, he started Mercedes, bro. Carl Benz, born in Moorburg, Germany. His story is about, like, if I could describe his story, it'll be about determination, education, perseverance, and love, and a strong woman. This what this story finna get y'all, bro. So y'all just tune in with your boy. So Carl Benz, he started off poor. His father died early, so it was just him and his mom, and I think he had another sibling. So his mom was, struggling to make ends meet, but she had one main mission in mind, and that mission was to make sure that he got a great education, and she did that. So yeah, Mama Benz did her big one with that. So with that being said, he was very, very good in school. He was actually brilliant in school. His best topics were chemistry and mechanics. Fitting. So he did great in high school, so he went on to college to study mechanical engineering. And when he went on to study mechanical engineering in college, he met this teacher / mentor, whatever, who sparked his curiosity in trying to create a horseless carriage. Many inventors back then, they tried to do it, but all of them kept failing, for some reason. But Carl Benz and his teacher / mentor, they figured out why they kept failing. It because of the engine, and they realized that you had to switch the engine. They got to create a new engine. And when they realized that, people laughed at them, people trolled them, people mocked at them, people threw stones at them. They would just hang. But they stayed focused. They trusted their mission. They knew what they was talking about, bro. So the moral of the story so far, man, is education and having you a good mentor. More of the story so far, man. These two big key points in this story so far. So stay with me. Alright, so he graduated college. So he graduated college. Fast forward 7 years later, he working a lot of engineering jobs, just gaining skills, gaining knowledge, just being a good working man, being a hardworking man. 7 years later, he starts his own business with this guy named Ritter. But once while he's starting his business, in them 7 years, he met his wife. And the reason I said that is because she played a huge role in Mercedes being created. If it wasn't for her, I don't think we'll be driving Mercedes today. So we got to give a shout out to her. Let's go and show you his wife. This is his wife, Bertha Benz. She played a big role in Mercedes being created. So shout out to Bertha, bro. They say she came from a wealthy family, so she was a strong woman who didn't play, and she believed in her man. And I ain't gonna lie, she believed in her man, boy. She wanted her man to be great. She loved her man, bro. So back to it. He had a business, but his business partner was lazy. So look what this the first boss move that his wife did. Check out. So she seen that his business partner was lazy, and she was like, "Oh no, I'm not finna let my man business go to waste by a lazy, undeserving business partner. So this what I'm finna do. I'm finna use my dowry to buy out your business partner's share of the company, so it can just be me and you running it, babe. That's what we gonna do." And if y'all don't know what a dowry is, I didn't know it. I had to look it up. I had to do the knowledge myself. It's when a groom gives monies to the bride family for taking on the burden of a wife or something like that, in that range. But it's something about the groom giving the bride money. So she took that money and bought out, the lazy dude share. Bought it out. Get out the way. You in the way, bro. Get you a girl that ain't scared to invest in you, man. All right, so after that happened, Carl and Bertha, and they working. He going crazy. He putting out all types of inventions and stuff like that. He just putting out all type of things, you know. So he making money. He making money, being creative, going crazy. But it was getting expensive, so the banks got involved. I think he had to become like a joint stock company. I ain't do my knowledge on that. I'm finna look up that real quick. Oh yeah, okay. So a joint stock ownership is where like the company ownership is divided amongst a lot of people. And then it had him taking a step back and he started getting not a lot of say so. So he was like, you know what, man, bump that, man. I'm out. I started this, how I'm gonna have the least say so. And I started this, man, I'm out. So he left. He out of there. Done. So he left. So he clicked up with some guys who love bicycles, right? They started scheming and inventing and stuff like that. And they decided, okay, instead of adding an engine to the thing, we just gonna build the car or whatever around the engine. You feel me? We gonna do it like that, okay? And they're like, I bet. And sure, it worked. It worked. But the bad thing was like it couldn't go far. You feel me? It just went like short distances and stuff, and it only went like 8 miles. So, but it worked though. They got it. They got it. They got it made. That's all that matters. Throughout this whole process, while they building the car, his wife was his biggest supporter. She in the warehouse with him. She in the shop with him. She in the gym with him. Putting in them hours, building them cars together. She is grinding. Shout out to Big Bertha again. She putting in that work. So one day, while Carl sleep, Bertha decided to stole the car. She like, all right, doing. I'm finna show the world that my man invention is some good. So she stole the car and took the car on a 66-mile trip. And around that time, it's around the 1800s. We still in slavery. Shh, that's crazy. Around that time, we still in slavery. But let's get back to it. Around that time, that was the longest trip by automobile. She made the trip, and after this trip, bruh, it took off. It went to a whole nother level, bruh. Everything, it started becoming more popular, and eventually became the second largest manufacturing company in Germany. They created something called the Benz Volo, whatever. Then it made them the number one in the country. But they had a rival called Daimler. It was ran by two engineers, one of them called Daimler, and one of them last name Maybach. See, those two, I think they were more business savvy than Benz. You feel me? So that's why they was kind of competing with each other. But that's beside the point. The Daimler and Maybach cars were catching up because they looked more appealing and whatnot. Daimler ended up dying, and Maybach ended up taking over. And when Maybach took over, a rich man asked him to make a car, right? He was like, "Dude, I bet. What kind of car you want? I'm gonna make it for you." That's a flex. Having the money just to say, "Hey, make this type of car, and I want it." You feel me? Make it. But don't he in the car, he cooking up. Ooh, bam. Like, oh, I like that car. I'm gonna name it after my daughter. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What your daughter name is? My daughter name Mercedes. Boom, Mercedes. That's the first Mercedes car. So as time goes on, they start to rebrand Daimler into just Mercedes. So all they call instead of Daimler is called Mercedes. So boom, Germany was going through some tough times. I don't think they can afford both of the plants and stuff going against each other. So they say, you know what, y'all just combine. And that's how we ended up with Mercedes Benz. It was two different companies that became one. Crazy, right? So man, I'm probably never going to use this knowledge. I just thought it was cool. I just wanted to know it because it was like I'm working here, so why not know the history? I'm probably never going to use this another day in my life, but it is what it is. It don't hurt to know it, you feel me? So I probably just wasted 10 minutes of y'all time, man, but I'm up aboard. I don't got nothing to do and just put some content in there. It's your boy KT, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I'm out. Peace.